In this video, I'll walk you through the exact strategy on how I made $200,000 in my first year in KDP. I'll share a roadmap of how you can go from nothing to reaching $200,000. I will warn you, this is a hard-working strategy and requires your full potential. But don't worry if it takes you a little bit longer. That's fine. The crucial part is the blueprint I'll be providing on how you can gradually build up your business from the ground up without initially investing money. The goal here is to start from zero with no investment and work towards making at least $15,000 in your first 6 weeks. Ideally, you'd have some money to invest in your business, so you don't have to rely on creating no-content or low-content books. But for this example, we're talking about how you can build this up without spending money. The first step, naturally, is to start with no-content books. These are the easiest to create without needing any prior experience, and they don't require an investment. By publishing no-content books, you'll learn the fundamentals of how Amazon KDP works, which is the primary goal for your first fast-published book. You're not necessarily looking to make a ton of money right away. Instead, you're gaining experience, building your skills, and learning how to create and publish effectively. Over time, as you continue to publish more books, you'll improve and get better at creating. One great niche for no-content books are seasonal notebooks and sketchbooks, especially around back-to-school season and Christmas holidays. I've used a tool called BookBeam, which helps me track how well books are selling. One book I found using BookBeam is doing about $86 per day, which can amount to over $2,000 a month just from one book. Once you're making some money with no-content books, you'll want to move on to low-content books. These are a step up, as they involve creating books with a little more content, like journals, planners, or puzzle books, rather than just blank pages. These books are slightly harder to create, but they allow you to price higher and, in some cases, can be more profitable. As an example, one puzzle book I found is doing about $53 a day. In this year, you're also gaining experience and reinvesting any profits you make back into creating better books. Eventually, once you've mastered no-content and low-content books, you can move on to medium-content books. These have even more content, like activity books, storybooks, or coloring books. The competition is less fierce with medium-content books because they take more effort to produce, which means fewer people are willing to put in the work. As a result, they can be more profitable. For example, one beginner's coloring book for kids that I found is doing anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 a day. Of course, not every book will do this well, but the potential is there. Even if you're just making $100 a day, that's great money. And the beauty of this business is that once you've got one profitable book, you can repeat the process again and again, continually publishing new books. At the same time, one of the most crucial skills you'll need to develop is niche research. You need to find high-demand, low-competition keywords by narrowing down popular niches. For example, instead of just publishing a generic coloring book, you could niche down into space travel coloring books for kids aged 4 to 12. By targeting specific audiences, you'll have less competition and potentially more sales. After a few months, when you've gained more experience and started seeing profits, you can reinvest into better tools, like AI tools or book design software, to help streamline your book creation process. You can also hire freelancers for things like cover design, which will make your books look more professional and stand out. As you keep publishing, the goal is to scale up to high-content books, which tend to sell for higher prices. These are the kinds of books I focus on, like self-help and whimsical books. High-content books are less competitive, and they can be very profitable, especially since you can sell them in multiple formats like audiobooks and Kindle. Along with creating more books, you'll also want to invest in marketing. Marketing is essential not only for KDP but for any business. Whether it's free marketing through social media or paid ads, learning how to market your books is one of the most important skills you'll need. You can start with small paid ads, like $2 to $4 a day, and scale from there. Another key part of this process is creating a consistent publishing schedule. Aim to publish one high-content book per month, and for low and medium-content books. Most importantly, you need to make sure you're launching each book properly and getting reviews before moving on to the next one. Many people make the mistake of uploading a bunch of books at once and thinking that's enough. But in reality, You have to give each book time and attention to ensure it gets the proper visibility and success. So, the point of this whole journey is that with effort and persistence, you can scale your way up from nothing to making $200,000. Just keep believing that you can do it and don't give up. After you upload the book, your next task is to launch it, market it, and most importantly, get those reviews and sales flowing in. Once your book starts ranking in the Amazon algorithm, you'll notice the magic happen. Those organic sales will start rolling in, and that's when the passive income kicks in. When it gets to that point, your job becomes much easier, and then you can move on to the next book. But here's the thing, you can't expect one book to do all the work for you. You need to publish consistently and build your portfolio. But also, don't ever sacrifice quality for quantity. Just throwing out a ton of books to fill the market isn't the key to success. Quality should always come first. And here's something that trips a lot of people up: tracking and analyzing your results. Too many people publish book after book without ever taking a step back to analyze what's working and what's not. You can't just keep pushing forward without understanding what's happening. You have to know where your advertising budget is going, which books are doing well, what kind of reviews you're getting, both positive and negative. Reviews are gold. They tell you what your readers love and, more importantly, what they didn't like. When you get feedback, make sure you're learning from it, improving your books, and tweaking things for the future. Over time, you'll notice that not every book is going to perform equally well. Some books might hit it big, while others won't, but the key is to focus on what works. If a certain book or niche is doing well, dive deeper into that niche. Don't spread yourself too thin, trying to cover too many different topics. But keep in mind that your first year of profits is also in reinvesting back into the business. More books, more ads, more learning. The way to get to your goal total each month or at the end of the year is to double down on what's working. Focus on the majority of activities that are bringing in the greater percentage of your results. Expand if necessary, like getting into audiobooks or paperback versions if you haven't already. Remember to set the groundwork but build every month after. You'll also need to start focusing on building an audience. This is crucial. The bigger your audience, the easier it is to launch future books. Business growth tends to be exponential, not linear, so this is achievable. You'll need to create systems for everything, from research to creation to marketing. This will make it easier to scale, and if you decide to bring someone else on, they'll have clear instructions to follow. At this point, you'll start outsourcing parts of the business, like hiring ghostwriters, book cover designers, and even virtual assistants to handle admin tasks. Automation will be key. There are tools out there that can help automate your ads, your keyword research, and even your social media posts. These are things you should consider as you transition into CEO mode, managing the business rather than working in it constantly. In the end, like many entrepreneurs, in order to scale effectively, many sell their businesses and create new ones. There are KDP businesses right now being sold for a lot of money. The more systems you've set up, the more streamlined your business is, the more valuable it becomes. It all depends on how quickly you can scale and what actions you take. But trust me, it's entirely within reach if you stay consistent and work smart. It's not easy, but it's possible. If you follow the right strategies and stay focused, you'll get there. Remember, it's about consistent action, continuous improvement, and working smarter. So get started and stay at it. Well, that sums it up, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos on KDP. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.